Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys episode 13 of My Hero Academia, my rewatch series. I kind of said that in reverse. My bad. We're on the finale of season 1. If you're not sure how my rewatch series works, if for some reason you're tuning in for the finale for the first time, check out the first episode where I explain it, because I don't want to keep re-explaining it. And taking up you guys' time who have already seen all that and everything. So, yeah, this is the second to last video I'm doing for this week. There's going to be one more that I do, and then on Wednesday you guys are going to see all 4 of them be uploaded at once. So yeah, I'll be doing the first episode of the second season as well this week, which was something I was up in the air about, but I will be doing it. And hey, look, there's something in the camera shot. It's my Dunkin's coffee cup. You can see the straw peeking out a little bit because I had it right on the edge of my desk. Anyway. Yeah, so... Lost my train of thought after that shit. Okay. Yeah. Last episode, we'll just talk about that, I guess. The fight between All Might and, Nomu, as well as... Well, no, I guess it mostly ended around that fight, right? After Nomu got blown away, they called it there, and then we're gonna see the rest of this episode. And yeah, like you guys know about my rewatch series, I've seen all this. The only reason I'm going over what happened last episode is for my benefit. Even though I just watched it last night, I'm being kind of dumb right now. Anyway, I think we should just jump right into the episode, shall we? Alright, we are gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I didn't have my mouse on the thing, so every now and then when I'm doing that countdown, I pause, or I sometimes forget to put my mouse on the play button as I'm counting down, and I'm like, oh shit, in the middle of counting, and I gotta move it. That's why there's like a slight pause. Plus Ultra. Aw, yeah. Such a badass fight. I want to see All Might in his prime. I want like a flashback series of just All Might being All Might. Well, technically he is weaker, but you guys just still aren't strong enough even in his weakened state. Do 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 do. Oh, also, because I haven't said it in a while, if the timer is a little off, because I've seen timer-based reactions, like, for other people, and I have a hard time getting it perfectly synced, what you guys can try to do to get it as close as possible is wait for, like, a really bright screen and use the reflection of my glasses. That's actually how I get, like, a perfect sync for my reactions when I do my Vimeo uploads. The ones where I have the footage in the clip. To sync that footage, I use my glasses. So you can see, like, whenever there's a bright point and it goes to dark, you can see the shift. Like, right there, it went from bright to dark, and you can kind of, like, as you can pause at the dark, and then when I make it to, like, that dark part, you play it immediately and stuff. What the heck? Bigsby just started up on my phone. That's annoying. Okay. Alrighty. So now we're on to the stuff we haven't seen. No more recap. Oh yeah, this guy. This is a guy that was hiding underground that I didn't really understand how he got underground. Because he's like a lightning guy, he's not like a mole man. Although he does have, like, moles all over his body or something. Yep, she tries to trick him. I wonder how he notices. I wonder if it's her reaction that he notices. Or does he see it, like, the second she moves it to the side of her leg? Because she has to do that right there, and you can see it. Yeah. I also... I sometimes hate when villains in shows just can keep getting up. But at the same time, I kind of like it. Like, because, you know, when they sit there for too long, they're gonna recover a bit and can get back up and fight a little bit, which kind of happens here, which is cool. Unlike other shows where, like, oh no, they got punched in the face, they're out for good, you know? It's like a mixed feeling of which one I like better. Did that guy lie? Oh, it's so intimidating. Only Midoriya knows. Yep. Hair is all messed up. God, he's just all beat to hell. I've been trying to look for small details since I've been rewatching this. I haven't been, like, more focused on the subtitles. I've been, like, a little bit less focused on them, trying to look for stuff in the background and other, like, small things that I might have missed. And I think sometimes I just miss, like, I'm so busy reading subtitles that I miss some of, like, the animation that goes on. Frozen in Fear, I always thought that was a little weird that he said that when All Might clearly told them in front of them to, like, step back and not fight. Like, they're just doing what All Might said, and they're not frozen in fear. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Hmm. Yep. He's the only one that knows. I love this. Even though, like, I know it doesn't amount to anything, like... Well, I mean, All Might does say it gave him the time, like, the few seconds needed, so... I love that. It doesn't even show him do it. It just shows like a little bit of dust in the background, like where he was. Hmm. It's funny. It makes it sound like he's charging up, but you don't see like the veiny lines that go on his arm when he charges up a punch. It's almost like the writers didn't bother doing it because they knew they'd be writing it to end like this, you know? God, that laugh is so creepy. Just a bullet right through the hand. Oh god, I can't imagine. I can't imagine taking a gunshot like anywhere where you don't like die immediately, but like straight through your hand, just having a hole in your hand, like can that heal? Yeah, you're so badass at this point. There's still some pros there that we haven't seen what they do. It's kind of interesting. His ability is so powerful. So badass. Rex. Oh, I love it. It's like so many shows also don't do like overkill kind of thing, except for them. I mean, I'm sure there's other shows that have done it, but I love it. I like how he has just enough strength to like wipe the blood away. Like, I don't know if that's to look badass or if he's just trying to hide the fact that he's bleeding. Power loader, nice. Yeah. It's kind of funny that the most injured kid was friggin' Midoriya. And it was self-inflicted stuff. Damn, like god, that form always looks so weird, but cool, because, you know, he's trying to hold it in so much. Like, normally he instantly goes from, like, big to small, but he's trying to hold it in so much that he's just, like, slowly, like, what Midoriya said when you first saw him, like, deflating almost. That was the commercial sequence. I like how they add that in too. It's a fair like estimation. You might think like, are they just here? Or are they all over the school too? But All Might's like super panic, and then Cementos coming in clutch. Can you imagine? I just sometimes think about like the parents. I mean, I'm sure when you live in a world like this, you become less like, what's the word? Like your aspect of beauty changes in a way, and like, but when if you have a kid that looks like Cementos, like they say it's passed down, so the dad probably looks like that or mom, you know. But what do they hope for when they have a kid? Do they think about that? Like if it's like a normal human looking like mom and like a dad that looks like that, do you hope like, oh, I hope my kid looks like a human, and then it comes out like a brick and you're just like, no. I don't know. Some of the things I think about sometimes with this show. I know who's on that TV, but just in case you people watching have not seen that far ahead, I will not say. Bye bye, Nomu. I like how, I guess like I said, I'm not gonna say too much, but the the guy on the TV, at first I was like, he let it go really easily when I watched this. He's like, you know, like the second voice was like, after all that work we did, but then the main voice was just like, oh well. Like I was like, really? Like, but I have a good understanding of why he's like that now. All right. I don't know if you guys could hear that. My throat just like made a gurgling noise. My bad. Yeah, I was saying that during the episode that we saw him alone because I remembered him saying that here. That's like crazy. And then yeah, this here. That must suck to be like for both sides of being an invisible person in like a situation like that where they're teleported and you don't know who's teleported. She's just like trying to hide or trying to participate, and Todoroki just like if he did freeze the crap out of her, it's like oops. Man, I do. That is something that I don't think from the time I see this and the time where I stopped watching, I've seen too much of Aizawa fighting, and I wonder if sorry, I wonder if whatchamacallit. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I wonder if that like eye problem, his orbital floor or whatever being shattered, has affected his quirk. I don't think I got that when I first saw that. It's a cat, not a dog, but police officers usually have, or police officers have like dogs, you know? And it was a joke about that. I didn't realize that until like later. But when I watched the episode, I was like, what? Oh, okay. Why dog? Nomu. I wonder if Nomu wanted to fight back, could he be strong enough to get out of those bonds? I wonder how, like, strong a bonds they can make in this world where some people can have, like, super strength and stuff compared to how strong Nomu is. Interesting. But I know that Nomu is, like, well, spoilers. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah. God, the freaking blood. I like how that's just kind of like All Might's thing. He, like, what is it? Is it like he asks a question and then he says, like, why is that kind of thing? And then he answers it? Nice. Oh, also, something I noticed with 13, her suit was next to a bed where you could only see the feet. I think I initially thought that was Aizawa, but maybe there actually is a body inside of that suit. But they just don't want you to know who it is. I could be wrong. Oh, I love this part though. Yeah. It's like it's such a powerful moment, and then we get like the hero shot kind of thing of like all the characters. Oh yes. Yeah, this right here. I love it so much. And it's not really like hero shots, it's more of just like, either the people that are like proud or pondering or, just thinking about what happened, like the different like personalities almost in their looks and everything. Oh, so good. Well, except for Invisible Girl, we don't know what her face is like. We just know her fists, they're clenched. And the music is so good in this show! God damn it, I can never get over it. And outro? Yes. Yep, and then the outro changes for this stuff with all the recap of season 1, pretty much. Oh, does the first episode that I'm gonna watch next of season 2 have the new intro? I know sometimes they wait till the second episode to do that stuff. Guess we'll find out. I like all the intros, so I'm looking forward to that one too. Did I finish what I was saying? I cannot remember. So, since this outro is going, I'm gonna say it real fast. the body that I was talking about next to where 13's suit was, I was saying it could be 13, but it also could just be Aizawa, and they have them in like the same spot. But I don't know. It would be weird to have someone as like a spacesuit as like a person, but and then we have the after credits here. But then at the same time we have all these like weird looking people in this world already, so maybe it wouldn't be so weird. I don't know. I want to know. And yeah, they foreshadow bigger incidents. Bum bum bum. Oh yes. Ugh. Creepy. Ah, second season. Okay, I'm ending the video there. So yeah, I forgot how much there is in the second season because it's more episodes, you know? Like, whenever I, for some, well, I guess I don't want to spoil too much, but there's two things that happen, like two different, like, little arcs that happen, and there's one arc that I, like, almost forget about completely. The one in the middle, I guess is the best way I can say it. I always forget about that, what that tease at the end there. Without going into too much like spoiler detail. Just in case you guys are watching this and have not started the second season yet. But yeah. I do really like this season. Like I said in the last video, I believe it was, and if I've said it a few times in a few of the videos, I still think my all-time favorite moment for this first season, when I first watched through, I think it was the fight between Midoriya and Kachen, because you know that's him standing up to his bully, and I think it was a lot more like meaningful and powerful, and we got a lot of backstory on the two and everything, and their relationship and all that, and how it's been like on the outs and everything. And I just feel like there was a lot more to it than the fight between All Might and Nomu, but I think for like excitement and badass factor, I do think that the All Might versus Nomu fight has the better like replayability. I want to say like rewatchability, but I don't know what the right way to say that is. But I feel like I could watch that like All Might and Nomu fight several times over, whereas the Midoriya versus Bakugo episode was like, you know, good the first time, pretty good the second time, and then after that it's like, alright, well, I know exactly how this is gonna go, so, you know. Even though I guess, I don't know. I guess I know how it's gonna go after the first and second time watching for the other fight too, but I don't know. There's something about the All Might fight that makes it so I feel like I could rewatch it a bunch, but there's something about the other fight that I just really like, as like symbolism and everything. But yeah, this was a really great series, and I know it's kind of awkward starting the second season and only watching one episode when I've been doing 4 episodes every, you know, week. But I want to keep to the 4 episode a week pattern because it works good for me, so I'm going to be watching one more after this, and that is going to be the first episode of the second season. I need to figure out how I'm gonna label it, because my thumbnails I've been doing, like, Season 1, Episode 13 is what this one would be called on the thumbnail. And I'd like to do Season 2, Episode 1 for Season 2, but then I don't know what I'm gonna title it on YouTube. I gotta figure that out, but yeah. If you guys are enjoying this stuff, please check out the rest of the stuff on my channel and hit that subscribe button. I do actual reactions instead of this rewatch series, which is more of a discussion series kind of thing, until I catch up to where I left off. And yeah, so, make sure you check out that stuff, because my reactions are way different than the format I do for this, and I feel like there's more you know, obviously when I'm reacting, I'm paying more attention to the episode, and I feel like my reactions are just better than these. But this is just a good way for anybody that wanted, like, to know how I feel throughout the series and how, like, it all played out. You know, I could have done, like, a recap video where I talked about it and then just started where I left off, which was, I think the main reason I'm doing this is because I left off in such a weird spot. I started off, like, 15 episodes into season 3. I left off. Or, I actually forget exactly what episode I left off on, but there's, like, one super filler, silly episode that, like, preps you for the movie, and that was the last episode I watched. If you guys have seen that far, you probably know which one I'm talking about. That's where I left off. So it's, like, such a weird spot. That's why I'm kind of doing this rewatch series for it. But anyway, if you want to support the channel, you can check out my Patreon as well. The link will be in the description below. And you can see, the different benefits that I have available, and, you know, maybe you don't care about the benefits and you just want to support what I'm doing. That'd be cool too. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one, which I will be watching right after this. Bye, guys. See ya.